Hello, my savvy service provider scaling to 10K months. Happy Monday. It is live stream day. Yay. I've got a really great topic today, and this is something I feel like is so prevalent with my audience and my clients. It's basically why smart, capable women are not booking high ticket clients and are not making the 10K months they crave. This is something I just see like across the board. I'm having best fit calls. I have a one-to-one spot opening up in May. And so I'm having best fit calls now. And this what I'm talking about today is literally everything I'm talking to people about. It's not for lack of trying or not having experience or not having, an online social media presence or quote unquote doing all the right things, but they still don't have people hiring them. They still don't have people DMing them. How do I work with you? Yes, your rates sound amazing. How do we get started? This is the conversation to fix and change and adjust all of that. So if you're here, please say hi. Let me pull myself up in the group. We're just getting started. I think my husband just pulled up outside, so the dog's probably going to bark in a minute and need to go out the door. So there might be a little commotion there, but hang with me. But let me just make sure I'm going live in the group because sometimes that does funny things. But again, say hello. You'll be entered to win a fun giveaway. We'll announce that on Friday. So keep your eyes peeled. You can say hi during the live stream. You can catch the replay, whichever one. I know not many people can catch something live. So I'm just grateful that you're here and just want to say thank you. So we'll have a special giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled on Friday. There I am. Okay. And I'll just kind of keep my eye out for comments, questions. Let me know, throw them at me because I want this to be really supportive for you. So let me let Penny out because she realized my husband's home and she gets FOMO. And then in a little while, I might have to let her back in. So any of y'all with dogs, that's what we're dealing with. But I do not have a 6-year-old hiding behind my chair today. So it is a great day. But I hope y'all had a great weekend. I'm just enjoying this Charleston weather. Just loving like life right now. Like everything is super fun. The girls are, we're wrapping up the school year and all that stuff soon. And I'm booking best fit calls and talking to people. And the one that I had this morning was really fun. The girl had my website pulled up while we're on the phone and she was looking through the testimonials and looking through client feedback and was blown away at how long clients have been with me. And that's something I just forget about and not take for granted because I really love my clients and appreciate them and how often they renew, but literally years clients have been with me. And that is just not normal in the online space. Like my one-to-one clients, so many of them have been with me and renewed for years, for like 4 years. Some of our bookkeeping clients have been with us since I opened the doors 9 years ago. And that is not something I take for granted at all. I am so grateful. And just having that conversation with a business owner and being like, yes, like I build very long-term relationships. My clients are of utmost importance. I am in their back pocket one-to-one, like they get all of me. I keep a very small roster. I do not overbook myself. So if you're someone who is interested in any of that, I've got some best fit calls. I'm still opening up and booking to talk to someone about partnering with them in May to see what it could look like. This is just a conversation to see what having me in your back pocket could be like to support you and your business to pivot to high ticket, to successfully launch, create, sell out your high ticket offer so that you're creating those 10K months. So that was just a really fun call this morning. And having that reflected to me and having her have my website pulled up was just like really fun. And I know that that's just not normal, that most people don't have the relationships that I do. And I love my clients and just love the work that I do with them. So we will jump in. Enough about that, me getting sentimental. But let's go into like why so many brilliant, capable women feel like they're missing something because they have the experience, they have the degrees. If you're here, say hi, let me know, what your background is, what your experience is, what you offer, because typically the people that I attract are the real deal. They are not just like the shiny marketers. They are the people who get their clients amazing results, who have like years and even decades and decades of experience, they know their stuff. They are just so good at what they do, but they're not booking the clients they want. They see people with less experience than them making more money, booking more clients, and to use their words, it's not fair. And like it's really not. The online space is not a fair playing field. Like someone with the least amount of experience or the shittiest offer, if they have really good marketing, they can be the ones that's booking the clients and making the sales and making the money. And that is not okay. That is why I'm here. That is why I have a job. That is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I am not loud and obnoxious, but I have really great marketing and I get good results. My clients get amazing results. They report their revenue every month and they are literally making tens of thousands of new dollars because we're able to shift all this stuff that keeps them stuck, that keeps them hidden, that keeps them from, thinking that the work speaks for itself, because it should. Yes, in an ideal world, but it doesn't. We've got to be the one to tell people that. So this is the work that I'm doing with clients, and this is what I've seen. So I came up with 3 main things today, and these basically all tie into the masterclass I'm offering on Wednesday. So if you're watching this in real time, this will be April 30th, will be my Show Up to Scale masterclass. I'll put the link below, or you can DM me for it. It is free to sign up. It will not be in this group. It is a Zoom link. So you can catch it live on Wednesday, or you can watch the replay. We'll have that go out. But everything I'm talking about today is what I'm going to teach you in that masterclass. It's Show Up to Scale, my 5 secrets of getting noticed and paid online, because it's just not enough to do what we're talking about today. Like, we're going to go through these pieces, but this masterclass on Wednesday is really going to support you with the secrets. It has a playbook that goes with it. It has journal prompts. It has a brag-worthy post you can take and use. And I know it's just going to be so valuable. So be sure you get signed up for that. Again, it is free. I know so many people would charge for this, but I just do not feel that I want you to have this information. It is very important to me. So all that to say is that there is an answer, there is help, there is a training on the way for all of this, because that is what we need. We need good people with experience who are who they say they are. We need you being the ones booking the clients and making the money. So let's dive in. These are the 3 things I've identified. When someone comes to me and they're doing the things, they're doing the right things, these are the 3 main pieces that are keeping smart, capable women from booking high ticket clients and getting the easy yeses coming in. So the first thing is good content isn't the problem. So I'll start by saying this: if content alone made sales, most of us would be millionaires by now. So if you just think about it, like, so many women are posting and showing up online consistently. And that used to be the word that was kind of the buzzword, kind of the phrase that everybody said, like, just be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. And yes, and it's not 2020 anymore. It's not 2021 anymore. It's 2025. And we need to show up in a completely different way. Back then, posting consistently would make you sales. Like, you just being online and being willing to show up daily, that would book sales. And that's just not the case anymore. And so many of my clients, when they come to me and they're stuck at 2 to 3 to 5K months, and what they're typically posting is sharing so many great tips. They're sharing so much valuable information. They're basically over delivering free content. They are educating their audience to like the nth degree. So many of my clients, work in healthcare, or they're like data and numbers and bookkeepers and advisors, and they're posting like deadlines or tax rate or reminders, or just all these things that is good, valuable educational content, but they're still stuck in that 3 to 5K range, and they're exhausted. They're wondering if it's them. You might be sitting there wondering, like, is it just me? Social media doesn't work for me. Like, it's not that content is bad, but it's content alone, being consistent alone, doesn't convert at a premium level. This is something I'm always like harping with clients who are pivoting from done for you low ticket hourly services to a high ticket done with you premium concierge boutique offer, is that you really got to show up in a different way. And that's what I'm teaching in my masterclass, because the real shift is that not just posting is going to get clients. Like, posting checks a box, but really showing up and getting visible, that is what books clients. And so that's kind of this first piece. And one of the first reasons that I see so many smart, capable women not making the money they want and booking the clients they want is because they thought that they're showing up online or they're posting online, and so that should be enough, and that consistency should be enough. And that is just not the case. High ticket clients do not hire content creators, they hire thought leaders. And that is what I'm going to teach you to do in the masterclass on Wednesday, because you being consistent, you checking the box is just not the thing that works anymore. And it's not the thing to get you seen and paid by high ticket clients. So hopefully that lands. Let me know if you have any questions about that. But we'll move on into the second piece of this. And this is a piece that like all of these piggyback on each other. So that first piece is just thinking that consistency alone is what doesn't, that like content alone is what books client. Like I just books clients. I just show up and post and book a client, and that alone is just not the case. And so the second part is the invisibility struggle, I called it. And so what I see so often is women hiding in plain sight. I did a reel today that was basically like, the guys aren't worried if they're too much or if they're, braggy. Like they're showing up anyway. And this is why so many women are not making the money they want, is because they're doing everything right on paper, but they're watering down who they are. They're wearing themselves down, just trying to make them look professional. They're trying so hard to not offend anyone or not trigger anyone or not push anyone away, or they're just trying to be super polished and they don't ever show their face and they don't really say what they think, and no one's actually connecting with them. And so this is why someone with less experience than you, who has similar services, whose clients don't get the same results, who maybe isn't even like on par with what you do, this is why they are able to book clients, is because they're showing up with conviction, with confidence, with clarity. And so I'll just like bring this one home. We'll keep this one short and sweet. It's that people don't buy services. They buy certainty, and they buy the person who's showing up like, my work changes lives. Here's how I can help. And so again, this comes back to the masterclass on Wednesday. What am I talking about? It's on Wednesday. This is one of the pieces we're really going to teach you to do. It's not a matter of and this is like comes from the feedback that I give clients so often. I am always reviewing their content. I am reviewing landing pages. I am reviewing emails, nurture sequence, promos, like follow-up emails, like you name it. I am in their back pocket and I am reviewing this stuff. And one of my number one pieces of feedback is telling my clients, with all the love in the world, it sounds like you're talking to a peer. It sounds like you're talking to a professor. And they're always like, oh snap. Like they are trying to be so professional. They're trying to be so buttoned up. So like, yes, let me prove how smart I am. And not from this like proving energy, but really from this like, I have to like be the dancing monkey and prove my worth and show how smart I am. And that's just not what converts into clients. And so on Wednesday, I'm teaching you how to do that in a way that does convert into clients. And so that is just that piece again, that's just like this invisibility struggle that, feel free to tell me if you're live here today or watching the replay, is that like you are posting online, but you're not saying anything because you're scared of what the dance moms in your group will think, or you're scared what your friends will think, or you're scared what your in-laws will think. Like I work with so many clients, and this is a huge piece that we work through, is really just this hump of like being able to be seen online. And again, that's what the masterclass is all about. It's about being seen so that you can be paid. Because if you're online and you're not saying anything that's going to make someone not like you, not saying what you really think, watering everything down, that is why your content, that is why your marketing and your messaging is going to keep you stuck at these 3 to 5K months, because you can kind of get along with that at those lower income months or with a done for you or low ticket service. But when you're going to high ticket, when you want to create the 5-figure months, this is a piece that you've just got to shed. This is something I learned in my own business, and I'll share that more in my masterclass on Wednesday. But this is the work that has to be done, because you showing up and not really saying anything and just hiding in plain sight, that is what's keeping you stuck at 3 to 5K months. And that has to change. And that's what I'm teaching Wednesday in the masterclass. Okay. So the third thing that I see so often that keeps smart, capable women who are good at what they do, who have amazing client testimonials and results, who aren't making the money that they want, is this visibility piece that gets you paid. So it's not about posting more. It's not about posting like totally differently or being on lots of platforms. It's about being seen as the expert. And that is huge. And that is what fills your calendar. That is what builds demand. And honestly, this piece is what separates, an online service provider looking for their next client from a fully booked out high ticket insert whatever you do. It's really this piece of being the expert and creating that demand, because as an employee, or if you're a W-2 or even some subcontractors, you don't have to go out and create the demand. Like when I worked in an accounting firm, I didn't have to go get the clients. Like literally the tax forms rolled through the door. Like they would bring a stack at tax season of, tax returns that needed to be completed. Like the demand was just handed to me on a platter. Like it was already there. Same thing when I worked in a hospital. I was a nurse. All the clients, all the patients just came in. All I had to do was support them. But as the service provider, as the CEO, as the business owner, you are the one in charge of creating that demand, and you do that with content, and you do that by being the expert. And so many people are not, they want to put stuff online like they're really smart and prove everything, but it's really about like showing up as the expert and being willing to create that demand through your content. And that is what I'm teaching Wednesday in the class, because this is not something that most people know how to do, because nobody was born knowing how to do this stuff. Like, don't think yourself wrong. So often we come from a background where we have a job, and whatever that looks like, the clients just come in and we don't know how to create that demand. And our content has to be the thing to create that demand, because no one's going to do it for us. Like, even if you have clients who love you and adore you and refer to you, I have so many clients who get referrals and they aren't the right fit. So it's not even that everyone who comes through your door is going to be a fit, but creating that demand with your content helps you discern for fit on the front end. Like, I love referrals. I think they're great. And I think our content can do such a great job of like attracting the right fit people and repelling people who are not the right fit. Some of my clients like don't even want to use referrals because their content and this work that we've done does such a better job of attracting the right people. I have clients who they've literally raised their rates. They've got the highest rates they've ever had before, that they were so like Peter Pan scared to raise the rates to, and their clients are renewing at these rates. They've got people coming in. Sorry, we've got like so many text messages coming through. They have had some of the easiest, smoothest, best fit calls recently because their content has done such a great job of discerning for fit on the front end, attracting the right people, creating the demand for them. And they're just not excited about the referrals anymore, because they're like, yeah, this person who knew me 5 years ago is sending someone to me, but their content is just doing such a better job. And they are blown away at the results. Like every day I'm getting messages in Voxer, because that's where I support my clients one-to-one. They get unlimited support. They get me in their back pocket, but they're sending me messages like, this is so easy. I met my goal, or I have to pump the brakes on onboarding right now. I'm full until next month. Like, this is the power that really creating demand in your content can do. And this is what I'm going to teach you on Wednesday in my masterclass, Show Up to Scale. I know that's all I'm talking about, but this is going to be like a really long live stream if I tried to cram everything in at once. So I just wanted you to have this awareness, because if you are someone who's doing everything quote unquote right and you're still not getting the results you want, it's typically because you need to show up in the right way. In my opinion, there is a right way and a wrong way to show up online. And this masterclass is going to teach you the right way to show up in 2025 so that you can get seen and paid by your best fit, high ticket premium clients. So that's what I'm going to teach you. It's exactly what I've been able to do with a small audience. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I've scaled to over $1 million in lifetime revenue with under 800 followers. I mean, I think I was at 10K to 23K months with like 500 Instagram followers, maybe 600, like not a lot. I've booked out my high ticket roster with a tiny audience. I don't even know how many people are in this group, but I do not have a big audience. You don't have to do more. You don't need to grow your audience. You don't need to be on every platform. You don't need to go viral. You don't even need the perfect ad strategy. You don't need someone to teach you how to use Facebook ads. Whatever you're doing already is enough. The people you have in front of you in your audience is already enough. You just need to learn how to talk to them, how to speak to them, how to connect with them, and how to have them take that next step. And so I'm not holding anything back in this live stream on Wednesday. I'm literally laying it all out for you. I know a lot of people that I've seen, they tell you the problem, they tell you the mistakes that they're making, and then they pitch you their perfect ad strategy or their insert whatever course or group mastermind or whatever. I only offer one-to-one, so I am not pitching any of that stuff. I'm literally laying it all out on the table. This was a masterclass I developed with the support of my one-to-one coach so that I could go deep and really figure out how I've been able to create these results, how my clients have been able to create this massive results without doing more or being more or having to go viral or having to be whatever, an influencer. It really doesn't take any of that. We can use what you're already doing and just make it like 10 times better so that it does convert. And not even better. It's like what you're doing is probably amazing and great, but we want it to book clients. And there is a shift that has to happen. Content does need to be created and put out there in a certain specific way that's going to help someone see you as the only person that they want to buy from. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm teaching. And so if you're ready to stop blending in, and you're ready to finally get noticed and paid and be the fully booked out coach or have the full roster or have the 10K to 50K month that you want, this is the masterclass for you. Again, it's not going to be in the group. I'll put the link below. You've got to sign up. We'll get the Zoom link emailed to me, and I cannot wait for you to have this. This is going to be such a great masterclass. I'm so excited about it because this is literally, after creating the breakthrough offer with my clients, this is the thing that we're working on. And this is why they have such incredible results without being in more places or doing really anything different. Well, I use quote unquote different because they are showing up in a different way, but they're not doing anything different in terms of adding more hours or team or time spent or anything like that. It's using what we've got, using the actions you're taking, using the audience in front of you, and just shifting it so that it actually books you clients. And that is why I know this is going to be so powerful, and I'm so excited for it. So again, drop me your questions, leave your comments. I will see y'all on Wednesday inside Zoom in the masterclass. Bring your questions. I can't wait to see you. Bye.